two, one. We are live. Ausra, how you doing this morning?
Amazing, amazing, guys. Every morning when I meet you, Victor.
Lots of positivity, lots of energy, lots of great ideas come forth when we start chatting, and it's always a joy to speak with you. So, if we can, I wanted to allow yourself to introduce who you are, what you're doing, what your mission is. Can you introduce yourself, say, for 30 seconds?
Sure, sure. Well, my name is Ausra. In my native Lithuanian language, it means dawn, the very early time of the morning when sun rises. I'm a morning person, as you know. 25 years I've spent in a corporate world as chief people officer, HR director, and similar. I'm HR person. I was 100% sure that I'm HR person until something changed in my life. And now for 2 years, I'm doing something else. Well, in the corporate world, I was leading huge and small cultural shifts and transformations. But for me, always the closest to my heart were the transformation that happened within the person. And especially if this person was CEO or C-suite executive, because these transformations cascade down. So now what I'm doing, I'm working with these C-suite people, amazing, successful, challenged quite a lot, very, very busy. And well, we search
Okay.
together for ways to live happy professional life. I don't know if that was 30 seconds, but well, I did my best.
No, that's perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. Let's delve in a little bit more on that. So, can you share a little bit more about your journey from corporate leadership to becoming a professional breakthrough mentor to C-suite executives?
It happened during pandemic, as for many people. I think that was a transformational period by itself. Um, During pandemic, myself, I had this luxury to work from home for some time, and then I calculated that this week, when I was working from home, I saved 7 hours. I had 7 extra hours for myself, for my thoughts, for my reflections. And I decided to spend these hours on taking a very good care of myself and really stopping and reflecting on my life, my professional life, my life in general, my life's mission. And I realized that freedom to choose is one of my personal values. Freedom to choose my location, my work, the people, my thoughts, my actions, my solutions. And well, and then I did a bit of homework because as a morning person, I love sunrises, especially sunrises on the beach. And since my son lives in Miami, so we used to go before pandemic, we used to go to Miami for 2 or 3 times a year and see my son and spend some time with him and his wife, but also to stay on the beach and get all this, energy from there. But since pandemic hit, I said, come on, I cannot see my son. That was very painful for me. And but also I miss the beaches. And then we sat with my husband and thought, okay, there should be some nice places in Europe closer a bit. And we discovered Spain and our nice, amazing beach place, a very small and cozy town. And we bought the property there. And
Wow.
during
Okay.
pandemic, we
You
had
said you're
this.
from Latvia, but you didn't tell us exactly where home is for you. So, where is home for you?
Now, one of my leg is in Lithuania. Today, I'm in Lithuania. Yesterday, I was in my Spanish
Ah,
beach home with my other leg. So I have two homes, Victor. Actually, I have two homes because my heart lives every there and here.
Vilnius.
It's a small place in Lithuania, 100 kilometers from Vilnius. Vilnius used to be my home when I was
Okay.
in corporate world, but now I'm back to my hometown, which is called Prienai here in Lithuania, small one.
Okay.
That's how it happens. So then I had this luxury to have this freedom. I could work from Spain, I could work from Lithuania, but when pandemic ended, I still wanted this freedom. So that's very
Okay.
natural.
And so when you talk about being a professional breakthrough mentor, what does that mean?
Oh, that's a result of my deep work for 2 years. Because
Okay.
what happened when I left corporate world as HR person, I really faced the identity crisis. So who I am now, I have 25 years experience in HR and all these cultural transformations. I'm certified executive coach and certified career coach and life coach in the United States. I'm certified Hogan assessments expert. Um, I have lots of things. I know who I am. I just knew that my life purpose is to help others shine, and I thrive when I see the person in front of me shining and discovering. And I was thinking a lot who I am, what I do with these people, and then eventually I discovered that I help people in professional breakthroughs as a mentor because I stayed with them. So what I do not teach anything because I'm not a teacher. I'm still learning. And in every mentorship, I learn and grow. It's never ending. But I stay with the person. I listen a lot. I forget myself. I stay on the person's agenda. We dig deeper into the challenges, into the core of the issue that person faces, and then we brainstorm together on solutions, on the actions, because I don't want people just to discover, because it's a very important part of transformation is to discover but also act. You have to act. So I'm a mentor.
Okay. And so you had this very, I guess, well developed, well balanced career in HR. And so, what were the turning points, in addition to, say, the pandemic, that led you to transform your own personal career? And how has this experience shaped your approach to mentoring? Because you're very clear that you're a mentor, you're not a teacher. But what were the turning points, and how has this shaped your approach?
Oh, you know, we spent a lot of time in our professional world. And myself, I'm a mother of two kids. My kids now are adults, and they live their own life. And when you realize that your kids are not with you, you cannot add more value to their lives than you could when they were with you. So then you are searching for more meaning in life and how you could add value to more people. And with all this corporate experience, seeing the struggles and challenges of people there, I just decided that I wanna help these top executives because this is the way how I can help more people because it expands.
Okay.
And when the company has a mature and wise and bright and crazily intelligent and supportive top level team, that starts with CEO, then the company is a better place to work, that the company is a better place to realize people's potential. And when they are happy at work, they come happier to their personal lives, to their families, to their social environment. That's the way how this happiness can spread. So instead of staying in one company, I thought, okay, maybe I could expand my reach and work with more people.
I see. Okay, and so you had mentioned the importance of living I guess, a happy professional life. Um, can you talk about your signature programs to help individuals achieve this? The CEOs or the C-suite people who are leading companies, how they can have professional lives, and what do you help? How do you help them achieve this?
The most meaningful changes actually start with self-awareness, very,
Okay.
very deep self-awareness. And for me, Hogan assessments is amazing tool that helped myself, first of all, because I was on this journey, but also I see that it helps top leaders to understand themselves better, to understand their strengths, their career derailers, their values. And when the self-awareness comes into their professional life, it's not that only they understand themselves better and they understand how can they build on their strengths and how can they develop on accelerated path, but they start understanding others better. And this tool can be used individually, but this tool can be used for the teams that they can find common language, that they can understand peers, their colleagues, but much, much better. So this is the first thing and essential thing, because without self-awareness, we are just playing like with some not that genuine, not that essential things, but we are playing on surface. So Hogan assessment is my absolute passion zone. And like when I was at school and, all these popular questions. So who do you want to become when you grow up? So I said, maybe I would like to be a doctor. And now I feel a bit of a doctor, because Hogan assessment is like a diagnostic tool for me. Because when I see the person in front of me for the first time, I just from the conversation, you cannot really go deep. So Hogan assessments help me. The other thing, and these top level executives, they are crazily busy people. And what I do, I take them out from their routines for a day or two on a personal strategy session. And we go either, if we are here in Lithuania, so we come to this small place, to the spa hotel, and it's so important that they are not staying in their everyday environment, that they change it and they close their laptops, they switch off their phones, and they dedicate time for themselves. If we are in Spain, we go to the beach and we watch sunrise in the morning, and then we brainstorm, we go deeper, we talk about energy gainers, energy drainers, personal values, some limitations, limiting beliefs, some habits, and so on and so forth. And this is kind of a pit stop for them. And in the end of this day, they really have some ideas of what they want to change in their professional lives. And then usually it doesn't stop with these personal strategy sessions. We go on the mentorship journey afterwards, because in these sessions, we discover the key topics that are the most relevant for this particular person. And then we go on mentorship journey together. So that's
that
how
sounds cool. I like that. I hadn't heard of energy gainers. I'd heard of energy drainers. I had not heard of energy gainers. I like that. You're an energy gainer, of course. And so when you're talking about roadblocks and limiting beliefs, is a very big problem. Can you talk a little bit more about some of the common ones that you come across and how you unlock their full potential?
So often I meet people who are brilliant, who are successful, who are role models for so many other people. But when we go deeper, I realize that they don't feel good about that, because they feel that they are not good enough. They still are making lots of mistakes, and they have this inner critic that consumes the energy after any failure or any situation when they were down. They cannot recover quickly. And this even has a name, and it's called imposter syndrome. It's so much relevant in the corporate world, and on surface or on LinkedIn or in the conferences, you would never ever see this. But you see this in one-on-one conversations and in these mentorship journeys. So this imposter syndrome, when intelligent people think that they are not good enough, they are not ready, that's a big obstacle. But the essence is that it's not possible to be ready. We will never be ready these days, never, because things change so quickly. New things come. the speed of life is crazy. It's not possible to be ready. It's just a matter of how comfortable you are with knowing that you are not ready as millions of other people. Um, the other one that people say that, well, I don't have time now, it's not the right time for me. Maybe next year when I will finish the strategic initiative, I will. No, because the other initiative will come and you will always have full plate. It will never be a good time, never. Simply next year you will be older, you will have much more challenges, you don't know what life will bring to you. Take the opportunity and well, they have to realize that the best time is now. Literally, the best time is now. And I help them with these pit stops, with these personal strategy sessions. Carve out time now. And the other obstacle is the mindset and the limiting belief that, because actually in life we can choose everything. Maybe there are just a couple of things that we cannot choose, like when we are born and where, because it's not our choice, and our death. Some people even make a decision to choose this, but normally we don't. All the rest, from birth to death, we can choose. And even if we feel down after discussion with somebody, you can say that this person impacted me and that's the reason why I'm down. But why you are down after discussion with somebody is because you decided to let this person's thoughts, emotions, ideas to put you down. You allow.
Mm.
You allow, but you can learn to choose not to allow. You can learn to choose your environment, including social one. Everything is within your reach. And
So
this
how do you
mindset,
help them once you, because you're helping them to identify these roadblocks? Then what do you do during these pit stops to help break through?
mm, if it's imposter syndrome, we work on building self-confidence, self-esteem, self-worth. What are the evidence in your life? We go deeper into this, and everybody has evidence in their lives why they are successful, how they are unique, how they are different from the other people. So I help people to discover these strengths, maybe not to discover, sometimes to unhide, because normally they are
Okay.
hidden somewhere. They are hidden under layers of doubt and like inner critic and everything. So just like an onion, peel off all these layers and discover, okay, you have strengths. So we sit together and we go deeper. What are your strengths? What are your achievements? If it's a challenge of time, I help them to find this time. And
Okay.
if it's a challenge of mindset, we go into a situation that has happened and we analyze them together and we find ways how to approach the same situation different, not from the victim's mindset and behavior, but from owner's mindset of behavior. So we do this practical work on practical situations, and next time when they face something, we sit together and we analyze and we reflect together and we brainstorm what has to be changed. Very, very, very simple.
Okay. Now these are I don't want to get too far into, because are these techniques, or is this a strategy that you use? How is that different? Because when I ask you how do you help them overcome these challenges, is that very specific tools and tricks that you use because of the years of experience you have, or is there a specific strategy that you map out with them?
It's a mixture. It's a
Okay.
mixture. Just I say use me as a resource because I have this experience, I have these certifications, I have these success stories from the other people that I work with, and each person is unique and individual. So that's how I approach it. I just look at the person as a you know blank piece of paper when we meet, and
Okay.
there are some strategies that I can use later, but first for me it's so important to understand this person. So that's why I use Hogan assessments. That's why we go into this specific situation that the person brings together. And when we discover the core, the essence of the challenge, then I might use some techniques. But first, it's like open page, just listening, forgetting everything in the world, turning off all the electronic devices and all the chaos, and spending time with the person, being with the person. And I love that, because for me, it's also discoveries, and all mentorships is like the path of mutual growth. It's not just the mentee or the person who is mentored discovers something, because you are mentor yourself, Victor. And I don't know how it's for you, but for me, when I'm a mentor, I grow a lot myself. And I'm so thankful for all these journeys that people share with me together.
Okay. And so, I guess when I'm help trying to be a mentor to entrepreneurs or to women as they're going through certain aspects of their life with the Professional Women's Network, for example, where we met, you have to tailor, I guess, an approach to each person. There's certainly certain things that are common, but there's a process by which it's important to tailor it. How do you do this?
First of all, by digging deep, as I said, so it's trying to understand. But the other thing was what happens afterwards. I'm crazily creative person, and oh, we don't have time. But if we would have time, I will share with you some stories how we do this crazy creative stuff together. So I switch on like brainstorming partner mode, and then we brainstorm on solutions together. And usually these solutions are unique for the person. And it brings so much energy to me. And I see that for people, oh, wow, I never thought about this. Yes, that's normal, because it's challenging to have this internal brainstorm process. Usually the most like productive and joyful brainstorm happens with the other people. So that's
Okay.
the way.
Well, one of the things that I hear about a lot is, the mindset then, and how do you integrate mindfulness and self-care and work-life balance? Because C-suite people, they're achieving a lot, but they're also constantly stressed. And I was just talking about it last night with a very interesting entrepreneur, very successful man. But he's able to compartmentalize his life to ensure that he has a proper work-life balance. And I, for example, I don't have this level of global. I'm running a multinational corporation or a fast-growing startup that has 100,000 active users a month, and I have trouble achieving a work-life balance. I'm happy in the sense that I love what I do, so it doesn't. I'm not stressed out by working. Actually, I love what I do,
Mm.
so I'm happy to do it. But sometimes I'm thinking, if I had to choose, maybe I would choose spending more time with my wife and my daughters and my cat, and I'm not doing that. But luckily, I do enjoy what I do. So how do you integrate these things: mindfulness, self-care, work life, all that stuff?
The beauty the beauty of life is that time is a limited resource, but energy is not. So that's why we do this energy work.
Okay, I like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can spend, if you have 1 hour, and if you feel on your best, you can really move the mountains in this 1 hour. But if you are down, so you will do anything, and it will cause you feeling even worse. So we do some energy work. And for me, the magic and absolutely amazing thing is meditation, because it helps you to collect yourself. It helps you to calm down and not to overreact. And when you clear your mind, your unique ideas come to your head. So my first question is, do you meditate? You remember how this? Do you meditate?
Yeah.
And in so many cases, it's very challenging for people to meditate because it's a practice. And the more we try, push ourselves, the less chances to be successful we have. So we really try to learn how to enhance our qualities of life by meditation, because it's a source of inner peace, it's a source of energy, it's a source of love. Because when you go to the world with love to yourself, love to what you do, love to the other people, you build much better relationship. You open much more doors. You open much more opportunities for yourself. So but you have to be calm. You have to be in peace, and meditation helps with this. So yeah, especially if you have this luxury to go on the beach and meditate, but you can meditate at home, and there are different techniques, different ways. So even meditation can be specific for the person. I mean, there is no like one size fits all. It can be walking meditation, it can be guided meditation, it can be just the music and yourself. So different things. It can be 10 minutes, it can be 1 hour, it can be half a day. So again, even this we choose for this particular person, but I very, very, very much hope and ask and advise and support them in this.
Okay. Now, you mentioned something, and I didn't want to interrupt you before. The thing about imposter syndrome. Um, do you see that a difference between men and women and how they suffer this and how they deal with it? Is it more predominant in some of your clients if they are men or women?
I see the difference, but even research talks about the difference. Recently, I was preparing for the Women Impact Summit, and I was searching for some research, and like in corporate America, 75% of women in C-suite, they fight the imposter syndrome, and I think that that's the same in Europe, or very similar in Europe, because like maybe women, we tend to analyze a bit more, and we want to be ready more than men are. Maybe men are braver, but I see this, and the good thing is that this can be, um, you can silence your inner critic and imposter syndrome. It's doable, and that's the good thing. And if somebody, a man or a woman, wants to understands the challenge and wants to deal with that, so that's amazing. Everything is possible.
And the other thing I wanted to say is I'm following your Instagrams, and you're talking about transmitting peace. All your Instagrams, I look at them and it's like this, 15 seconds of, oh, this is cool. I'm just more relaxed after I see them. And so a lot of them are with the beaches. And I don't know. I can see why and how you're very coherent and consistent with your messaging and approaching to achieving a disconnection for a period of time to allow you to regroup and rethink and be more effective and be more productive. I don't have any other questions for you now. Is there anything else that you would like to share? How can people get in touch with you, Ausra?
Well, I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram. Also, my website has a forum that people can reach me there. So I'm everywhere. Thank you so much, Victor. It was so nice seeing you. I'm very much looking forward for the next meetings. And I wish everybody to live happy professional lives, because if today you are not living one, so it's within the reach. So from the bottom of my heart.
That's a fantastic way to end the interview. Thank you so much. And I wish you peace and productivity and lots of positive karma coming your way. Where are you dialing in from today?
From Lithuania.
Okay.
I arrived just today.
See, I know you travel to see some of your amazing clients around the world. But anyhow, then lots of peace, prosperity, relaxation in Lithuania with you.
Yeah.
Send you a big hug.
Thank you. The same to you. All the best. Have a lovely day, Victor.
Thank you.
Thank you
Talk
so
to you
much.
soon, Ashra. Bye bye.
Bye.